Hello everyone, and welcome to round two of my playthrough of the scenario called Against All Odds of Tide of Iron. I've already done an introductory video and obviously the playthrough of round one, and we've reached round two, and it's the Germans. It isn't, it's the Americans who get to start, and they have 3 activations. So what are they going to do? Let's have a look. Well, of course, they want to move to these buildings, but there are squads on fire, so at the moment that would be suicide potentially, because if they move forward, the Germans will get to fire at close range, and that's not something the Americans can afford, because as I mentioned, they have to make it all the way to the back of the board, to the bunker that sits there on top of the hill. Something else I can do is, of course, fire the mortar squad over here. This unit can spot for it, but then there will still be 1 unit left in op fire mode. And they could also combine fire with a number of units and see what that does, but most of those units do not have line of sight, or I actually want to keep moving forward. So let's first see what the double mortar squad is going to do, and we're going to fire suppressively at this squad because it's a stronger one, because it has an elite unit. So the mortar fire fires with 4 dice and suppressive fire, so that's 3 for the building. Wait a minute, they would actually fire 9 dice divided by 2 is 5 dice, because they're an elite formation. I keep on forgetting that. I think I forgot about that a few times during round 1 as well. I don't think it had any serious consequences, because in most cases the attack was successful already anyway. But so yeah, each mortar now gets to roll 3. Now I'm confused. 4 dice, it becomes 5, 10, so divided by 2 is 5 dice indeed. The Germans have 3 cover for the building and 1 cover for the elite against suppressive fire. So let's see what's going to happen. I don't think you can actually see it, but I don't want to roll here, because I'm afraid that the dice will go all over the place. The Americans score 1 hit, but the Germans make a save as well. And I don't know why I just split these dice up in 2. Of course, I should roll many more dice. I don't have to have anything. 9 dice in total for the double mortar plus the bonus of 1. So I still get to roll 4 black dice, and now I score many more hits. Now I have 3 hits, of which 1 is saved, so that's enough for a pinned result. And when a unit in op fire is pinned, it is immediately fatigued. Now I probably do want to make some kind of combined attack also against the other one. Yes, I do want to do that, I think. This unit is going to combine fire with that unit over here. So which one is going to be the lead unit? It doesn't make much of a difference, I think. I guess the lead unit is going to be the this one. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 dice, and I'm going to have to roll those separately because of the expert ability, and I'm going to fire at this unit. And of course I need to add a few more dice later, so I'm first going to roll the attack dice. 5 dice for the expert, who already rolls 3 hits, and I get to re-roll the other 2. That's 1 more. That's already 4 hits, and it was going to combine fire with the medic. 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 2 is 3 more, and they score 1 more hit. Not this 4, of course. I don't know why I put that one. So 4 hits total, and the Germans get to defend with 3 dice. and they don't save a single one. So this one is right away routed because it was also suppressive fire. Things seem to be going pretty well for the Americans. And now against this one, let's do a fire and move with a flamethrower squad. Yeah, those don't have line of sight. 2, 3, and they even have 2 movement points left because of the officer there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because of the flamethrower. Divided by 2 is 4. 4 cover as well because I'm again doing a suppressive attack. No, not 4 cover, of course, because of the flamethrower, which reduces and in this case negates all the cover. So 4 dice, no cover, suppressive fire. 3 hits, so if it's already pinned and you score 3 hits, it's indeed routed. So this German squad is gone as well. So things are going very well for the Americans, I must say. Is that 3 activations? I've activated this one, I've activated that one, and the mortar. Yes, that's 3 activations. Now, there's not much left of German Division 1. They would like to play maybe an artillery card or something, but they, excuse me, but they don't have any command to spend. Those 2 are in off fire. I guess they actually, well, on the one hand, they would like to fire that mortar. On the other hand, they don't have line of sight to this hex, which would be, it's a building blocking it. That would be a nice target. Could fire at that one, potentially. Let's do that, or let's maybe save that for now. I'll fire with it. Why not? At this unit over here with 4 dice, suppressive fire, 3 cover for the building, 1 for the officer, 1 for the elite. It's actually another elite, so I think this wasn't a very good choice, and I still got to roll 1 more cover die for the elite formations. Don't even have enough red dice, but let's see what happens. The Germans do score 1 hit, but there's millions of saves, so that wasn't really the best option, I suppose. I should attack them in the open. I should attack them over here. Maybe it would have been a better idea to move that mortar squad back and really defend the hill. Let's see, another activation. Let's do the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but let's attack the same squad. This time with a normal fire with the 88. It rolls 4 dice, but only on 6s, and 3 cover for the building and 1 for the elite. And of course, it doesn't roll 4 dice, 4 attack dice, because of the suppressive fire. No, not because of the suppressive fire, because of the concussive fire ability. So it rolls 3 more, so it rolls 7. But and the cover is indeed 3 for the building and 1 for the medic. Yeah, so that's it. The Germans, because they're attacking at long range, only hit on a 6. So let's see. Germans do score 1 hit, but the Americans score 1 save as well. And 1 more activation for the Germans. Let's put this machine gun in on fire. Now, back to the Americans, who are, again, doing very well. But yeah, we do have a machine gun in on fire here. Let's see, what else can they do? They really don't want to... They cannot really afford to take too many unnecessary casualties, but they, of course, do have to move forward as well. think I'm really going to be a bit cautious here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that would be possible, but then those units would get to fire at me. You know what? I'm going to move this machine gun in here with an advance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's possible because of the double time card. But now, of course, I do get to face all fire from the German machine gun, or potentially from that one. I will use the machine gun. So 4 dice against 4 cover, 3 for the building, 1 for the elite formations, and it's going to be for the kill. So normal fire. The Germans do not score any hits. The Americans make 1 save. The machine gun is not fatigued for being a machine gun, and it has the special ability rapid upfire, which allows it to fire without any other units in its squad, and then it doesn't become fatigued. So that's that for the American unit. So this objective is going to be captured, and the Germans are going to lose it. What else do I want to do? I don't want to bunch up too much either, although at this point it's still relatively safe because the Germans don't have any artillery cards. Medic maybe, but yeah, I already have the objective, so maybe I could bide my time, but I probably want to move forward again. Why not? Let's try it. This one is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also in advance. So again, the German machine gun is going to fire it with 4 dice. And normal fire. 3 for the building, 1 for the medic, 1 for elite formations. The Germans score 2 hits, and the Americans save only 1, so they suffer a casualty here. But anyway, casualties so far for the Americans have been incredibly light. I suppose in retrospect, I shouldn't have put too many German units up here, but really make the Americans come to me. Because as you probably saw on round 1, those assaults are devastating, and there's not that much the Germans can do about it. They could put them in upfire, but from that particular range and within line of sight, the Americans could just combine fire and get them out of upfire pretty easily. That one already fired. Obviously, I don't want to move through the minefield. I sure don't want to get into that building now. But let's just move this one here to 3 over here. Yep, that's. I guess the machine gun can actually see it in here. It's a close one. Let's see if they have line of sight. Yes, I think they do. So this unit is going to be fired at while it's still here. 4 dice again for the German MG. And let's make it normal fire again. 3 for the building, 1 for the elite formations. And what kind of unit is that? Nothing else. So 4 against 4. Nope, no hits for the Germans. There were a couple of saves, but they weren't needed. So that one goes over there. Back to the Germans, who don't have too much to do at the moment. So let's put this unit in on fire. This unit as well, and let's fire with the mortar, who has a range of 8 normally, now 9 because it's at a higher level, double 18, so it can reach all over the board. Let's see, which one are we going to try and hit? I suppose, well, not the medic. I'm looking for a flamethrower. I cannot see that one. Where's the other one? Nope. There's a flamethrower over here, but I don't have line of sight to it. So then I'll just wait with activating my mortar squad, and I'll put the crew of the already fatigued 88 in off fire as well. Back to the Americans. What else can they do? They don't want to bunch up too much. Again, now it's still pretty safe because the German artillery, well, the Germans didn't really buy too much artillery. Here, well, it's medic already, so I don't know if I should put another one in there. Difficult. How hard do I want to press? That's the question. That one is already fatigued. I could do a fire and move, but I would expose myself. Do I need to do that? What's that? I'm going to try and play it safe and try to keep as many of my units alive. I am moving in here. Again, it's going to be a move and I want to end up over there. But let's see if the German MG hits me in the building hex. 4 against 3, also against 4. So 4 against 4. Does the MG see me? I think we just said that it did, so then it still does. Ouch. Well, 4 hits, but 3 saves. So got quite lucky there that the Americans didn't suffer any more casualties. Also fatigued. Do I really want to storm forward or don't I? Let's see if I can move this one over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That definitely works. And advance on the double time. In this case, of course, the MG is again going to fire at it with 4 dice and 4 cover. 3 hits and 1 save, so 2 dead. The German MG has been rolling pretty well. Maybe I should bide my time more. We have up to 8 rounds and it's only round 2. So maybe I really should have played more carefully here. That one is already fatigued. This one isn't. 1, 2, 3. Then that one can fire at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get over here. We'll try that. But here, this one will fire at it, but that's at long range. 3, 4, 5. 6 is only, and it's going to be normal fire. I do have 1 cover for the elite formations. 1 hit. So also here I lose 1 American unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to end up here. Now I have 2 flamethrowers there. I don't know if that's a very sensible thing. I have 1 more activation for the Americans, but I don't think they have any more yet. They do have more units. They have 1 more unit here. Maybe I should try and get it in there and try to heal that unit. With 2 medics, I can try to use the bandage or heal. I always get those 2 confused, but I suppose it's the heal ability. I'll try to get this one in here with a fire and move. So 1, 2, 3. Then, of course, the Germans will fire at it. 4, 5, 6. This time the other two are joining in because because there aren't going to be any more American activations anyway, so no need to keep the MG in upfire. In this case, do I want to fire suppressively? Yeah, they would get 3 extra extra dice for the elites and the officers, so I guess not. They do get 3 for the building, and they get 1 for elite formations, and they get 1 for the medic specialization. Yes, that's 1 hit. No saves. Unfortunately, only 1 hit. And now we still do get to fire. And we'll fire at the MG. 4, 5, 6 divided by 2 is 3. And the MG has 3 cover as well. It's going to be normal fire. That's 2 hits, but 3 saves. So that's definitely something they did very well. Do the Germans have anything left? Well, yes, they have that mortar left, but now they don't have any non-fatigue units left that can actually see anything. Is that true? This one is, well, maybe the mortar can simply see this hex itself. I think it can, because there are 2 blind hexes, only one blind hex, so they can see this hex themselves. It doesn't really make much sense to use suppressive fire here because of all the elites and officers, and so that wouldn't do too much damage. So they'll use normal fire, hitting on 6s only, and each unit would defend separately, but they don't roll a 6, so nothing happens. And that concludes all the activations for the Germans as well. So we've reached the end of round 2. Excuse me. So now we've come to the command phase, determine control over objectives. This one was taken by the Americans from the Germans, so the Americans now have 4. The rest stays the same, so 4 command for the Americans, and also 4 command for the Germans, 2 over here in the town, and 2 more back over at the hill. Yes, spend command, Germans first. Do they want to keep the initiative? I don't think it's strictly necessary. No. If the Germans want it, they can have it. So the Americans are saving their command to buy any potential cards. The Germans, what do they want to do? Well, they don't need to spend any more command if they simply want to have the initiative. They get it anyway. The offensive artillery is an action phase card, so there's not much for them to buy either, but they do get the initiative now. Draw strategy cards. Germans first. I think they're going to need some artillery to stop the Americans. Increase priority, and they get to draw another one because of the plus symbol there, which is a spotting round, which would make your artillery drift less. But of course, this card can only be bought on the next command phase because the spend command has already happened. Okay, and the spotting round is also good for if you actually miss with your cards. If you roll 1 or fewer successes, so 1 or no successes on your attack dice, you get to keep the card and you can try again later. So that's a nice card to have. Now the Americans draw some cards. Do they need artillery? I guess they need some artillery as well. They draw offensive artillery, for which they, of course, don't pay anything yet. It's an action card. Remove tokens. we go. The Germans as well remove their tokens. Here we go. Place units in op fire in order of initiative. Do the Germans want to put anything in op fire? The problem with that is that probably the Americans will use combined fire or their mortar or whatever to get them out of it anyway. And yeah, I don't know if that's a very good thing to do. I could also try and opt to retreat some of those units. I guess I might actually do that and really defend the hill strongly and simply withdraw from the village, so Bergstein. So I think the Germans are actually not going to put anything in on fire. Yeah, of course, that's the benefit of playing solitaire. Then you know what the opponent is going to do. So normally speaking, they wouldn't have put anything in on fire. Maybe, perhaps, no, I don't think they would have done that. Now, again, because I'm playing two-handed, I might have actually put something over here in on fire to get some shots of the Germans, but normally I wouldn't be expecting that, so I'm not going to do that. Squad transfers, well, that's not really possible. Scenario reinforcements and events, there aren't any. Advance the round marker, round 3. So this concludes round 2 of the playtest. And thank you for watching, and see you at the end of round 3.